So, Mr. Perkins, what's this next film going to be about?
The monkey!
So, The Monkey. It's a movie that I basically knew nothing about. I just got back from seeing it in cinemas. This was an early screening, a scream unseen. I don't know if they do that in America. I think they're doing some AMCs, but they do it over here in Odeon, and it was my first one of these, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a great time. But I was also really surprised with the movie because, as I said, I basically knew nothing about it. All I knew about this movie is a monkey, and it has Corey Cunningham from Halloween Ends. That is literally all I knew about it. Like, before I literally went into this movie, I thought Corey Cunningham played the main character. No, he plays some weird little emo dude. He was all right. I really thought, like, he would have like a big role, main character role in this movie. But no, that went to a different actor, and he did a great job as well. But I'm going to be going into this movie non-spoiler in this video for the most part. I'm going to do spoilers at the end. If you want to stick around for that, please do. But yeah, let's get into my main review.
The monkey!
Yeah, so The Monkey, it's the follow-up to Longlegs. Not really, but it's the directorial follow-up to Longlegs because it's by the same director. This is a very weird movie. It follows two brothers who stumble upon a monkey toy, which was their dad's, and they don't really know anything about it, but if you turn that key, something bad's gonna happen. And I am really trying not to go too spoilery in this segment. I'll try for as long as I can until I do go into spoilers later in the video, but this movie was insane. Now, before I get into anything else, I just have to say, is it a good movie? Hell yes. This is one of the best cinema experiences I have had in a long time. I think the last really fun cinema experience I had was with The Crow when it re-released last year or the year before, and I watched it. That was so much fun. It was a great experience. But this movie, this is a movie you want to watch in cinemas. I will say that now. It is a very, very dark comedy. It is darkly comedic in basically every scene. Some are more serious, of course, but most scenes in this movie are extremely funny, and I love that about it. It's so, great as well. The comedy in the movie really flows nicely. It doesn't feel forced. There are only, some parts where I wasn't laughing as much, and that was just jokes I didn't really understand. Like, the uncle and the aunt in this movie call themselves something. I think it was just another word for, hippies or, stoners or something like that, but besides from that, every joke in this movie really landed very well for me, and it was just a great time. The chemistry between the actors you could really feel. That it's really shown across a few different time periods as well, so they did that really, really well. And Oz Perkins himself also plays a character in this movie, which I'll get to a bit later. I'll talk about who he plays, but yeah, so one of the things which I didn't know about this movie going in was that Theo James was playing our lead. When I originally heard about the movie, I thought Rohan Campbell was going to be playing the lead. I thought he was playing the main character. He plays more of a side character, though he's still important to the role and the plot of the whole movie. He plays Ricky. But Theo James was really, really good in the double role that he played. He plays Hal and Bill. They are brothers. They're twins. They both pretty much hate each other. They're estranged, and they come back together, albeit under dire circumstances. But they do come back together, and their chemistry in this movie, well, I guess lack of chemistry was very interesting. Going completely off topic of the actors and everything, the gore in this movie is top bloody tier. And I say bloody, I mean bloody. The movie is extremely gory. The kills don't feel forced either. It's not just a kill for the sake of a kill. Well, it is, but you'll understand why when I get into spoilers, or if you've already seen the movie, or when you see the movie, you'll understand what I mean by that. Now, when I say this movie was one of the best cinema experiences, I'll go back to that now before I continue on. I mean, the crowd in my cinema were going along with it great, and I was really enjoying it. Every joke you could feel landed really well. And yeah, like everything in the movie is just really well put together. I'm really interested to see what Oz Perkins does like later in his career, or what his next movie is. Um, I am like I haven't seen his movies before Longlegs. I think it's Gretel and Hansel once, and I can't remember if I enjoyed it or not. But I might need to go give his other movies a rewatch along with Longlegs. I have it on DVD now. I will give that a rewatch later down this week. Got a whole list of movies I need to watch, but that's besides the point. Now, with this movie, just because I want to go into spoilers in a second, should you go watch it? I say yes. It's a great time in the cinema. The story is really, really well put together. Everything flows nicely. It isn't a flat out horror movie. It's not too serious. It doesn't take itself seriously. This is a dark comedy with a lot of gore, and it really, really works nicely. Everything flows nicely together. And the actors, all of them, give a great job.
The monkey!
Alright, so now I'm going to be going into spoilery territory. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for the monkey, I would say click away, because I'm trying to not spoil anything for you guys. I was going to try and get this video out as soon as possible, but I think I'm going to take a little bit more time with it. So hopefully more people have seen the monkey so you guys can watch this segment. But yeah, The Monkey, what a film. Everything is so cool about it, and because I'm in spoiler territory now, I just have to say, those kills, like the mum, insane. Like, I mean, before I talk about it, like the actors, the young actors with Tatiana Maslany as well, they all did really good jobs. The chemistry with them was really evident. The two actors who they got, I'm not sure if they got the same actor. They did look kind of different. I guess that must have just been me. If they are the same actor, I'm not sure. They worked really well with each other. You could really feel the hatred from one of them, and just the other one was just like, all right, I guess this is my life. I loved like the commentary with the movie from Theo James the whole time before you eventually get to the point where he is older and it is him. And as I said, I was under the impression that Rohan Campbell was for some reason playing the main character. He doesn't. He plays a side character who goes along with his brother for a bit, but he ultimately dies in a really cool way when a bunch of bees go buzzing through some bullet holes in a car straight down his mouth, and his jaw falls off, and it's brutal, and it's really, really cool. I think there are only some scenes where the effects didn't really work very well, and one of them is a scene from the trailer, which is where the mum is in a dream with Hal and her eyes are bleeding. That bit, I felt it didn't really work when her mouth started moving all over the place and stuff. That was really the only bit that I didn't understand that much. Effects wise, it didn't really work for me, but everything else really did, and I did really enjoy it. Now, the son in this movie, Petey, he comes in later in the movie. This is right when we get our time jump. I think from what I could tell, it was about 20 odd minutes in. We had 20 minutes of the younger actors, which I did think was good. I enjoyed that segment. Then we get the more recentish segment, I'd say. I'm not sure exactly when the film is set, the main part. It's 25 years after some point in 1980, so I think early 2000s. But yeah, everything really works well. I keep just talking about that part, but it's because everything was really cool. But okay, since I'm in spoilers, let's talk about all the kills. The opening shot of this movie is absolutely phenomenal. So it's literally this guy, their dad, he goes into a shop trying to sell the monkey. The monkey starts hitting his little drums. And then, well, harpoon gun, I think it is. A harpoon gun shoots out, goes into the guy's gut, comes out, and his intestines go flying. It's wacky. And I love that about the movie. It was really, really dumb and fun. It was great. Now, before I finish this off, because I'm getting to the point where I'm tired and I want to go to bed. One last thing for this movie is don't try and know too much. I just did spoilers, but like if people are like watching this for some reason and you haven't seen the movie, you don't try and know too much about the movie going into it. I feel that was the best thing to do. I barely knew anything about it, and I feel that's the best thing to go into the movie. The best thing is to go blind. I'm kind of sad that I saw the trailers, though I have forgotten those trailers pretty much. But yeah, the movie is great. Ultimately, I give it like a 9 out of 10. It is really, really fun. It's got some great jokes, and it's one of the best movies I've seen this year so far. And, we're only in the second month, so I'm very excited to see where this year goes. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. If you guys want to see some other reviews, go check out some of my other reviews. If you want to see some other content that I have on the channel, be sure to go check them out. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. But until next time, bye-bye.